to EagleAir TV. I'm Jonathan Dassel.
And I'm Noah Burton.
Thanks for tuning in to our April edition of EagleAir TV.
Our first story takes us to the soccer field. Tyler Bertrand has the story.
Nixa girls soccer has started up, and players and coaches alike are pumped for this season.
I just enjoy the competition of it. I enjoy being around the girls and being competitive, trying to figure out how best to beat our opponent day in and day out.
We're returning most of our girls from last season, and we have really good team chemistry, so I'm just looking forward to having another great season and bonding with my teammates.
I'm really excited for this year because we have a lot of seniors and a lot of players coming back, so I think we'll be pretty good, hopefully.
We do some off-season training in January and February, bring the girls in a couple days a week and work in the weight room a little bit, also go outside and work on our skills.
Well, since about December, we've been having off-season practices like twice a week within the school, and I play club soccer year-round.
Hey, we have a real good chance to be really good again. This team has done some great things these last 4 years, really last 6-7 years, but last 4 with being district champs and moving on to the quarterfinals. But we have a chance to do that again. It gets tougher every year with these other teams really wanting us anymore.
I think our team's going to be really good this year since we're returning most of our people, and we got a new district too, so I think it's going to be a really good season for us.
This is Tyler signing out for EagleAir.
Nixa High School's production of Peter and the Starcatcher.
This year's production is a beautiful prequel to the original Peter Pan story. Take it away, Ben Daniels.
The Nixa Theater Department is all set and ready to go with their production of Peter and the Starcatcher. With this show, the director, Allison Fleetwood, has definitely felt the pressure.
This is one of the hardest plays I've ever directed at Nixa High School. Noises Off was also extremely hard because there's so much going on every single page. Peter has that same vibe, but it's also very different. The set is minimal, and we have to use props, crates, ropes, little walkways to change shape, change place, and to have 10 people on stage at once, but only maybe 2 people are speaking, but the other 8 maybe are part of the wall, or maybe they're actually pirates. It depends what they are. They have to be engaged. And sometimes students, if they're not actively, if they don't have dialogue in the scene, sometimes they lose focus. So it's keeping those kids focused all the time and what's going on, and that's been a challenge.
This show features 2 underclassmen leads who manage to balance the weight of the entire production.
I don't know, it feels like any lead role. It's a big responsibility, and it's something that I don't want to say struggled with, but I've had to think about. Ever since I got the role, I had to work really hard on embodying the character.
A new feature to the show is the addition of live music and sound effects provided by Jaron Clausen and Paul Holmgren.
What I love about them is there are so many different types of sound effects that we need different either instruments or just props to make those sounds, and they did it all. They went and found what they needed and brought it in, and they had it. If they had problems, they solved it on their own. They never were bringing any issues to me, or if they did, it was here's the issue and here's how we're gonna solve it. They have been phenomenal.
For me is that I get to play a bunch of really cool percussion instruments, like many of which that I've never played before, and it's just like a great learning experience. It's so much fun for me. Just get to like hit things, and they sometimes sound good.
The show also seems to connect almost seamlessly to the original story it was inspired by.
It's a very interesting show because it's the prequel to Peter Pan, and Peter Pan is a very interesting story that a lot of people know. And the trademark of the show is the Neverland you never knew. which is something I hadn't really thought about until a couple weeks before the show, because like there's so many little details that you have to pick up just by reading the script or even watching the show. So just by the sheer fact of how interesting and how different it is, it's a really good reason to see the show.
I think it's just such a high energy show, and it's so funny. There's so many funny moments, and it's really interesting to get that perspective of how Peter Pan became Peter Pan. Like, there's a lot of references to Peter Pan, and I think it's just fun to see things unravel.
Be sure and check out Peter and the Starcatcher on April 6th through 8th. I'm Ben Daniels, signing off for EagleAir TV.
Thanks, Ben. Be sure to catch all your friends in this magical performance.
Our last story takes us from the stage to the classroom as students brace themselves to take the ACT. Christian Steppen has more.
The ACT test is April 19th, and all juniors will be taking it. Here is some important information to know before going into the test.
You have to take the ACT if you want to get into college, because most colleges have a test requirement, a score requirement for admission, and for scholarships and things like that. I mean, the ACT is designed to measure college readiness, and so if students take college prep classes leading up in the years that before they take the ACT, then I think they may find it a little bit easier than others.
There are several ways for juniors to prepare for the ACT test coming on April 19th.
Obviously, the more times you take it, the more comfortable you will be with taking the test. We have several study sessions at the high school you can do. There's some online preparation you can do.
There are lots of test prep books, although I wouldn't recommend buying them because they're very expensive. We have several of them in the counselor's office, and you can check them out or you can photocopy out of them. There are test prep programs online that you can take, and then there are classes like the ACT prep class that we offer here.
Just go into the test as relaxed as possible. I know it's a stressful time, but try to relax and just do your best.
This is Christian Steppen signing out for EagleAir.
That's all for today's broadcast. Signing off for EagleAir TV, I'm Jonathan Dassel.
And I'm Noah Burton. Be sure to join us next time on EagleAir TV.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to keep updated on all things EagleAir, please hit the subscribe button. And if you want to stay updated on all live stream and other events, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. See you guys next time.